Welcome, my YouTube family and friends. It's Hey Chicky here on tonight, and I'm going to be sharing with you a question that a teenager asked me, and they said, "Hey Chicky, tell me about this seven-layer recipe, okay?" And I'm going to do that because they wanted to know how they're able to turn their problems into passive income. All right. And so I'm going to talk about this tonight. And of course, I am Terry B. Jones, the creator of the Church Girl Bible Trivia board game. And I use my creativity to create Bible trivia board games, paper games, planners, anything in line with the Bible and trivia because I like food, fun, and fellowship. Okay. Comment below. Fun. I love having fun. If you like having fun, let me know. Let me know below that you love having fun just like me. Okay. And so on tonight, well, on yesterday, I actually shared with you all how I got started as a teenager uh, with a problem. I had a problem that because my teacher told me that I could no longer turn in my homework handwritten. And so how many of you guys know that's a problem? Okay. And so, anyway, instead of me looking at it in negatively, I decided to use my creativity. Okay. And so, with that in mind, I ended up as a teenager with six streams of income. And of course, I've been sharing my seven-layer recipe of how to turn problems into purpose to generate passive income. And so you can start as a teenager. Summer is among us, and it's time for the teenagers to start looking for some things to do, and it's based on the problem that you may have or someone that has, and you actually have the answer. You have used your creativity because you looked at that problem. You're like, hold up, okay, I know how to solve the problem. Okay, so problem solve with you and your creativity. And it's going to start first with you downloading my seven-layer recipe. If you go to my website, books.terrybjones.com, that's TerriBjones.com, and you can download the seven-layer recipe, which goes into the different steps of being able to take a look at a problem that you're having, come up with a viable solution, and then get it out to the masses to earn passive income. Okay. And so definitely I created this because pretty much you need a system when you're talking about moving forward and doing anything long with longevity, okay, and with consistency. You definitely want to have a system, and so this seven-layer recipe will help you navigate the process of taking a look at your problem, also deciding that what creativity you can use to come up with a solution, okay, and then how to actually take that and put it out there to the masses, okay. And so this seven-layer recipe was created for one reason, okay? And that reason is too many people are sitting on ideas that could change their lives and the lives of others. Because if you have a problem, that could be very frustrating, okay? And if you have friends that have talked to you about their problems, they're frustrated, they're disgusted, and they feel like this is the end of the matter, and you have the ability and the skills and the knowledge to help them to navigate through that problem and come up with a viable solution. Okay. And but guess what, a lot of time people don't do that because they don't know where to start. Okay. And so that's why you can, when you download this seven-layer recipe, definitely you can get started with that. And because, you know, like I said, I was a teenager. I was 13 years old, and I didn't have a business degree at 13. I didn't have any of my family members that were entrepreneurial. Okay. They went to work, a job just like everybody else. Okay. And so, and there wasn't a whole lot of conversation about, you know, saying, hey, you know, hey, that problem that you're having here, how about you turn that into a product? That wasn't a conversation. Okay. But guess what? I learned how to take that negative, which was my problem that I had, and turn it into a positive. All right. And so with that, I've always been able to see problems as opportunities. Okay. Can you see your problem as an opportunity to better yourself? Okay. To come up with a viable solution, to use your God given creativity. Okay. Because we all were put on this earth to do something. We all have different giftings, and there's opportunities. Problems come about. Okay. It doesn't sound good, but problems actually come about to help position you. Okay. To do the very thing that you are already purposed to do. All right. And just like I shared with you guys, my Bible to Read board game, that was, I had a problem. That is how I came up with this board game. All right, because I was teaching Sunday school right after the pandemic. Basically, some people were coming back to church, some weren't coming back to church. And so I decided this is a problem for me because, you know, I'm prepared to teach the kids by laying a biblical foundation in their lives in the youth ministry, but they weren't coming to church. And so when I looked at that problem as an opportunity, I went to God, you know, and I had a conversation, and I let God know. It's like, hey, you know what? You know, I would like for to continue to lay a biblical foundation in the lives of youth, whether they're in God's house or their house. Okay. And with that in mind, God gave me the idea. All right. And so when you download this 7-layer recipe, you'll see, you know, the process, what it takes to actually come up with an idea, all right, based on the problem that you have in an actual product, okay? And so definitely the mindset, you know, of being able to turn problems into a product is what helped me to have the 6 streams of income as a teenager. And that's the same concept, principle, framework that I'm sharing with you. Okay. And so definitely I want you, you know, to download this checklist. Okay. And you'll begin to look at your problems, come up with a profitable idea, and turn that idea into a simple product. It's okay to have an idea in your head, but you got to get it out of your head into your hands. Okay. And so that's very important because there's a lot of people who have ideas, but they sit on them and they don't move forward on them. And so you're leaving money on the table. All right. And we don't want to do that. You know, we want to maximize, you know, every opportunity that we are given. All right. And so I want you to look at problems in a whole new way, from a whole new perspective. Okay. From this day forward. All right. And so go ahead on and download the checklist. I would love for you to like, subscribe, and share this with others that are having problems. Just, I'm talking about you have problems on your job, you have problems in your school, you have problems at home, your relatives have problems. Just say, for instance, you know, I'm a baby boomer, so definitely there are different problems that we have based on the age that we are. And so just because if you're watching me and you are my demographics of the people that actually watch my videos are anywhere between 18 and 34, somewhere up in there. And so if that's your age group, just look at things that people are dealing with that particular age group. Or you can look at your parents' age group where they may need something in particular, like the older people get, their memory start getting bad. A really cool thing that you can do is, like I said, I like games, right? I like having fun and create, some games so that their minds can stay sharp. Okay. And I actually have some games. If you would like for me to give you one of the games that I created, definitely type the word games in the comment and I'll get those a game out to you. I have several different games that I created. Like I said, I love playing games. And especially if you have a baby boomer, they like bingo, they like crossword puzzles, they like word search, and that's the thing that you will do as you're going through the 7 layer recipe. You begin to look at different things and try to decide on, what's the best product for you to create based on the problem that you are bringing a solution to. Okay. And so I'm glad you guys joined me on today. And in the meantime, I want you to give someone a hug, show someone a smile, and let someone know that Jesus loved them and you do too. And of course, if you do not have my Church Girl Bible Trivia board game, you can definitely go to my website, terrybjones.com. Take a look at the details and put your order in, for the next holiday. Okay. I'm talking about especially those who are getting ready to go off to college. It would be a great gift for them and for your church, your ministry, your group, your friends. If your friends like having game nights, I know we do. We love having game nights. This is a different type of game that is very interactive, but it is based on the Word of God. Okay, and what a great thing to be able to dialogue around the Word of God and have some fun. Okay, because this game basically, if you ever wanted to be a pastor of a church, this is your opportunity to be a pastor. Okay. And so, as the pastor of a church, you are to grow your church when you play this game by answering Bible trivia questions. And I tell you, if you get it, matter of fact, you can look at some of my videos that I already have on my YouTube channel where a playlist called Bible Trivia, and you'll see definitely some of the clips from previous games that were played where they just was laughing, talking, just having a wonderful time. Okay, because so many people are still impacted after the pandemic with mental health. Okay. And so we want, to be able to bring positive mental health to families. All right. And so go ahead on and get you a game today. Get one, get two, get three. All right. And so in the meantime, I will see you tomorrow with another video. Comment below recipe. If you want this 7 layer recipe and you like, hey, definitely I'm ready to get started. I do have a problem that I'm dealing with. And if you want to actually, once you download this 7 layer recipe, I'll be communicating with you through email and let you know when I'm going to do like a live workshop where we can actually have a brainstorming session. I have everyone come up with a product. Okay. Would you like to do that? All right. All right. Have a good evening. It was so wonderful with you joining me on tonight. Thank you and have a good evening. I will definitely be with you again tomorrow with another video.